Hi, my name is Coldbear, and recently I've managed to put my hands on the closed beta of dragon riding and fighting game Century: Age of Ashes. The game is free, so when it goes live, everyone can play it. At first I want to instantly say that I had an enormous amount of fun, and I have no idea why a game like this wasn't created sooner, because dragons are everywhere right now. Even this exists. Yeah, of course, the main principle is the same as jet fighting games or space battles, but come on, dragons are the ultimate flying creature and everyone wants to ride one like some Daenerys Targaryen. So now you can choose one of 3 classes with unique abilities and differently looking dragons and dive into the battle. As for now, no ranked matches are available, they will be implemented in the future. So everyone, pros and noobs like me, are thrown in the same pot. Gladly, today was the first day of the closed beta, so I've managed to kill some players and not die all the time, because everyone is a new player now. Although skills of some gamers definitely transfers from some space fighting games, and I don't play those because of seasickness. And talking about that, even if my stomach is very weak, somehow I've managed to stay just fine and not become a vomit comet. Probably because your dragon cannot go upside down and you always know where the ground is. So for those who were worried about stuff like that, it's great news. You will probably be fine as well, or not. I've played several 3 versus 3 matches and 6 versus 3 matches as well. I can clearly tell that with less players it was more fun and definitely more personal. When your adversary kills you, you want vengeance, you want your Obi-Wan moment, and scorch that sucker like lava scorched Anakin Skywalker, and it is easy to do when you have only 3 enemies in sight. You know, as they say,
build a fire for a man and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Although my vengeance of setting man on fire usually went wrong, because I was too focused on one player and 2 others just killed me right away. And talking about 6 versus 6, I have often found myself flying in the empty areas without any players, so I have a feeling that 6v6 maps are just too big for battles like that. Maybe 12 versus 12 would be a good idea in there, with more spawning points. Well, all in all, it's a closed beta after all. Many things can change. So as you can see, here you have several powers. Fireballs that can take out your enemy from a distance, and flame breath, which is very useful if you manage to fly close by your enemy. Flame is way more powerful and can kill a player in a few seconds. Yes, like that. When you die, you respawn really quick and can join battle again. But while you are out of the game, the enemy has a quantity advantage, so communication in ranked matches is crucial, because if your teammate dies, you better avoid asymmetrical combat until he's back into the battle. And the game itself, at least for now, doesn't allow you to communicate in any way. And that is great. You can avoid toxicity, and that may be the key to success, because every free game attracts idiots, and you don't want to play with idiots. Only idiots want to play with idiots. So sooner or later, the game's lobby is filled with idiots, and all the community becomes toxic as well. That happened not once and not twice with very famous games, and then the game dies unless developers take action by effectively controlling toxicity, by banning everyone. And when you can't communicate, you can't be toxic. Anyway, if you win your battle, you get experience for winning or for completing various quests. You know, like kill 2 enemies with fireballs and stuff like that. And then you get various rewards, like cosmetic stuff for your warrior or dragon eggs. You can hatch them if you accumulate enough experience, and then you get different dragons to ride on. As I can understand now, game is definitely not pay to win, because items in the store do not give you any advantage except great looks. You can buy red coins for real money and then spend them on new dragons, armor, and stuff like that. I was given 100 of them for free. I don't know when that happened, but it is obviously not a casual thing to get those by just casually playing and not paying. So for now, as for a team deathmatch game, I would easily give it 8 vodkas out of 10. Great graphics, really fun battles, and cool looking items puts this game on the map. So when it finally goes live, sit down and instead of calories, burn your enemies. And now's the time for you to press like and subscribe to my awesome channel. Let's be friends with benefits. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.